Hey everybody, welcome to Geek Addicts. Hello everybody and welcome to Geek Addicts, the pop culture podcast where this is the 90s and holy shit, things were different then. I am Bill, this is Matt. How you doing, Matt?
Doing all right.
And for this episode, we actually have a guest. We got Gerry from Super Ghost and SuperPod Saga. How's it going, Gerry?
Good. Glad to be on another one of your many podcasts. I think I've only ever done the one with you.
You've done
collecting
2 GNCs, both times Alex traumatized you. What's something?
Oh God,
man, the N64 thing. I'm still not over that.
Just always remember, she's always watching. She's always watching.
God.
Yeah, I hope you hear this, Alex, and I hope you know it keeps me up at night.
Listen to this.
Well, you never know. She might be hiding in the room somewhere.
Oh yeah, there was one episode where she was hiding in like the waiting room, and then she ambushed me, asking to ask what Dragon Ball Z movie she should watch.
Oh God.
Yeah. So she could always be lurking. She's not here today, but
She's busy.
But
So what have you guys been up to?
Working.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Working.
pretty standard.
I work so that I can play video games.
Yep.
That's pretty much what also my family too, I guess. Like
that's important.
There's that, like, you gotta feed kids and stuff, but like, I mean, video games though, guys, am I right?
I mean, I
fuck them kids. No, I'm just kidding. Love my kids.
I work to pay for my house so I can have a place to put my video games.
Yeah. I mean, when you do what you do, for sure.
When I'm psychotic and collect way too much shit.
Did you did you guys manage to hook a Switch 2 pre-order?
No, I've kind of like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, even if I got one, I wouldn't have time to ever play it right away. So I'm just gonna hold
lies.
off.
You can stop telling yourself those lies.
I mean, my PS5, I got it launched. And that thing's been like a glorified PS4 for a while.
Yep,
So,
mine too. But I feel like with the PS5, for me, it's almost like I bought that thing just for the PS5 exclusives. If they would, I swear to God, if they just went ahead and did day and date for their exclusive games instead of making us wait a year on PC, I would sell that thing in a heartbeat. I have no use for it other than playing those exclusive games like Astrobot. I had to have Astrobot the fucking second it came out. Like, there's no way I can wait for that.
I finally got my hands on Astrobot, and it's so good.
Oh my God. Isn't that game a joy?
I've been wanting to play it for a while.
Sony went from literally like, I think the meme was like, they were like, it's like, we're so shit. We're so great. We're so shit in the span.
I know,
in the span of like a week.
I know, they're a roller coaster to kind of keep up with. Like, they put out such good games, and then they'll take this lull where they're like, why don't we just like remake all of the games, but like not really put a lot of effort into it.
What? Last of Us Part 2 Super Turbo Triple Remix, whatever.
I know, EX edition or fucking whatever it is this week.
For real.
And that said, I mean, I'm a huge, like, I love The Last of Us. I do. I
like The Last of Us. Yeah, I don't like 2 so much, but
yeah, there's a few people that don't like that game. I don't know why.
It's too long. It is too long.
It's good though. It's really good. It's
Your favorite game is Persona 4 Golden.
Listen to this guy. It's too long. Plays fucking 200-hour long games.
That's an
Once
RPG.
a year.
This is a linear survival horror game that has way too many sections that did not need to be in that game. then when the story physically makes you sad, I'm like,
Oh
I don't know,
yeah.
man.
So
That-
that part from the game was in episode 2 of the show this season.
Oh,
That
lovely.
just came on, and I knew what was happening. I knew what was going. As soon as I seen the cabin, I was like, oh, we're doing this already, huh?
It's really
And,
funny.
like,
I work for a golf company now. Yeah.
Yeah. My wife didn't know what was happening. Like, she didn't know what was coming because she didn't watch me play the second. She's seen me play the first one, but she didn't watch me play the second one. So she didn't know what was coming. When it happened, she was like, is this the season? Is this the season finale? Isn't this just the second episode? And I was like, uh-huh. And she was like,
Yep.
what is this? Was this fake? And I was like, no, it's not fake. And she was like, so I don't understand. And I was like, it's okay.
It's fair.
It's okay.
Most of the fan base still doesn't understand.
Yeah. I mean, I think I find it crazy that a lot of people dipped out of this game after that.
I slugged my way through it. I just was upset the whole time.
Yeah. But I mean,
you haven't played Last of Us at all, right, Matt?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
It's good.
I won't say
it's good. Yeah, that's why I didn't really say too much. That's like right now I'm playing Claire Obscure, and I'm trying to have conversations with Greg and Beth because Beth just started, I think, like last night. I'm on Act 2, and like, guys, I'm not fucking around. I'll say it here first. This will be the first time I say this on a podcast. This might be one of the best RPGs I've ever played. Like,
nice.
I'm not saying this just as like it's like new hype. This game is the RPG I've been waiting for like decades. Because it takes the classic stuff that you love in RPGs. Like for me, timed hits. Oh fuck, you are after my heart with timed hits because one of my favorite games of all time, Super Mario RPG, and I've always wanted to get more games with timed hits, and there's not a lot of them.
Is it timed hits like Mario RPG, or is it timed hits like Mario and Luigi, where you can just, if you're good enough, you can literally never get hit?
No,
Okay.
it makes it pretty, like, you need to learn the tells of the enemy attacks, and there's two things. So there's timed hits with your skills, and they each kind of, it's not like anything crazy. It's just like a diamond, and it has like a little meter that fills up, and once it goes into like the yellow part, if you hit it when it goes to there, then you get your timed hit. Sometimes there's multiple ones. Sometimes like it's just, that's the timed hit of the skills. Then there's dodging mechanics. So you press B to dodge away. Dodging is easier than trying to parry. Parrying is a whole other thing. And like, there's so many layers to the combat too. Like if you parry in succession, like a bunch of attacks in a row, you'll do a counter attack that's usually like really strong. And if it's an attack that's attacking all of the party, if you manage to parry all of the attacks, you do a full party like fucking counter attack. And then there's also jumping. So you could jump over stuff. And then when you're in the air, if you time it right and press the trigger, you'll do a counter attack that way. But cool. Yeah, there's so many layers to this game. And the story is blowing my fucking mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say like all that sounds like really complicated, but the kind of complicated I can really get behind.
But like even besides the timed hit stuff, the combat itself and the way that the skills kind of like, it's almost like doing rotations in like an MMO or something. Like you're almost like, okay, if I do this move first and burn the enemy, then that's gonna make it so that when this character's turn comes up, this skill that they have does extra damage on a burned enemy, and it also puts them into another stance, and that stance grants like 200 plus damage. Like you're always thinking about how you can stack the skills and how like you can synchronize your party. It is fantastic, so fucking good.
Nice. I wish I didn't have so many goddamn RPGs.
Well, I can tell you right now, you could stop any one of them right now, and I promise you this is better.
I don't
I'm
know,
in the
Winter-
middle of my first
Winter
run
two,
of
man.
Earthbound.
I'll pay you. I'll fucking Venmo you money if you stop what it is you're playing and play this and go, I think I'm going to go back to the thing I was playing before. I'm that confident.
Fair enough.
Keep it in mind.
You fucking heard me, Bill.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Meanwhile, I'm like sitting there going like, I don't think I played video games at all this week.
Oh man.
I've been marathoning all of the Fast and Furious movies this week.
Oh, good. How's
And,
that working out?
I got to 7. I kind of
Mhm.
wish 7 was the last one because 7 has such a great ending.
Is that the James Wong directed one?
That's the one where that was the last one with Paul Walker before he died.
Yeah, I think that is the James. Maybe it's not the James one.
No, I think it is because I think 8 was Fate of the Furious, which was someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of those movies.
There's 10, and we're about to get 10 too.
The last one that came out 10-2, like what the fuck? Like the last one that came out, one of my coworkers was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait for this Fast and Furious. It's gonna be so good." And I was like, "I don't know, man. I heard that they go into space." And she was like,
That's
yeah.
fine. That's perfectly
"Yeah,
normal.
that's a real thing." Yeah, yeah.
I mean, in 7, they straight up they parachute out of a plane in cars. So
yeah. I mean, the amount of bullshit that happens in these movies, like,
remember when they were just about street racing?
Yeah, I do remember that. And then it was like, now it's about a bank heist, and it's like,
Oh,
okay,
the scene where they're pulling the safe through the city is the dumbest but most amazing.
like, I'm here for it. I'm here for all that dumb shit. But like the second someone was like, yeah, it was really crazy, man. They went to fucking space, and I was like, nope, I don't need Fast and the Furious subtitle in space. I don't need that.
I don't need Fast and Furious X.
Well, that's the 10th one.
In space, we're all family.
I don't have friends. I have family.
In space, no one can hear you rev.
Straight up, you could make a drinking game out of these fucking movies. Like anytime Vin Diesel says "family, take a shot," you'd be drunk before like the fucking first hour's over.
Oh, you'd wake up in a hospital. That's
Like,
what would happen there.
Anytime like fucking Vin Diesel's fucking Charger gets fucking destroyed, take a shot because that happens like once a film.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
They should just open the next one with it it plummeting down like a ravine and blowing up, and then showing like a brand new one.
Yeah, just another one out of nowhere.
Fuck.
They're the most dumbest movies I've ever watched, but I fucking love them.
Yeah, they are dumb, but they're really fun. Dumb fun.
Yeah, 7
Nothing
was
wrong
such
with
a good way to end that series, though. I kind of wish that's where it ended. But yeah, that's what
Gerry,
I've done all week.
You've been getting into Pokemon lately, right?
Whoo! Yeah. I guess you've heard the news. I went from not giving not one single solitary fuck about Pokemon to now just being like, I wake up like fiending for booster packs and fucking the card game.
That
like,
kind of Pokemon.
Oh my god! Like, well, no, I started Pokemon Silver because I was like, well, the only Pokemon I've actually ever played was Red and Blue. So I was like, well, it seems like a good enough jumping back on point, seeing that it's the one after, and it blew my mind. I loved that game. I was like, oh, this is just like the other games I'm like nostalgic for, but like even better. Especially like the back half of that game where the shit goes down and it's like, oh,
you finish the game and then you get to play the first game again.
That was insane. Like, if I had experienced that as a kid, my fucking brain would have exploded. Like,
that game ends in the greatest way possible. You climb a mountain, then you fight yourself from the previous game.
I know, it's insane. Like, you do fight God.
Hey, getting to Red at the end, like as a kid, is
that fucking music.
Both the most epic thing ever, and also the most like infuriating thing ever. Because like when you're a kid, you're playing for the first time, your starter is just super leveled, and everything else is at like level 30.
Yeah, I mean, even for myself as a fucking grown man and like pretty good at video games at this point, I get to him and I'm like, oh, this bitch is dead. Because like once I got over to the first game and I was just doing like my world tour clapping and just fucking everybody's shit up. And then I get to him and I'm like, bitch, you ain't nothing. And he throws out like a fucking level 90 something Pikachu. And I was like, excuse you. What the fuck is this? Like at best, I have like a level 60 fucking Tyranitar. That was like my big thing or something. Like that was Tyranitar or he was that was my boy Tyranitar.
See the trick to the Pikachu is you just use Earthquake and kill it in one shot.
That Pikachu fucks hard though.
Yeah, but if you get Earthquake on him right away, he just goes right down because his fucking defense is shit.
And then the second I finished that game, I immediately started to play Emerald. And I loved Emerald. I loved it so much.
That's still
because it had a run. It had a run button.
Yeah,
it has a run. I was like, oh my god, they listened to someone back fucking a million years ago to when they were like, this game's slow, and they were like, well, we'll make it fast with a run button, and it was good. I liked it. Toward the end of that game, I managed to get my good green buddy Ray, and pretty much just dusted everybody from that point. And then Greg and Beth were like, but you're not done. I was like, but I am done. I don't give a shit about Victory Road or none of this other fucking, or not Victory Road. What's the tower? What's the tower thing?
Tower.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm done. I became the best, and they were like, yeah, but, and I was like, I don't care. I'm done. I'm on to the next. I'm not a completionist like that. Silver was different because it was like, holy shit, this is nostalgic. I'm going back to the other games. If there's end game shit that's like, oh, you're gonna become the very, very, very best, I'm like, no, I'm the very best. I don't give a shit. I'm out. So I did fire up Gen 4 after that, and I was a little put off by the style in Gen 4. Like I didn't really.
Did you play Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum?
Platinum.
Okay, so you played the. Okay, so if you would play Diamond or Pearl, you would have been even more put off because those games are obscenely slow.
Really?
Platinum sped them up, like sped up the engine significantly.
Oh, wow. Well,
the story's pretty slow at the beginning too.
Even like the art style and shit was kind of like, it's okay. It's not as good as like the pixel art and stuff like that, but I'm still into it. I will eventually get back to it at some point, but in the meantime, I've just been like obsessing over TCG. I always mess this up. TCG Pocket. Like I'm every day I'm like booster pack, like it's fucking heroin. It's insane. And I'm actually getting good at the I never knew how to play the card game ever until like recently. And once I figured out how to play it, I was like, oh, this card game is actually pretty good. And I've been going through all the solo battles. I started ranked. I'm doing pretty good in ranked, like surprisingly. But I actually I don't know. I just like the card game. It's cool.
I was going to say, if you want to go further down the rabbit hole, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Pokemon Adventures manga.
Oh God, no, I haven't.
It's actually we've been covering it like periodically throughout the show, and it's still Pokemon, so it's not going to be like anything like, it's not going to be like Berserk level of fucking crazy.
No, there's no like eclipse that happens.
A Pokemon does get fucking cleaved in half at one point.
That does
really?
Yes.
Yeah. It's pretty dark.
And it's kind of structured like JoJo's, where like each game is like part 1, part 2 kind of thing. So like, red, blue, yellow, like that's one section with its own set of characters.
Really?
So the Crystal has its own section with different characters, but they're all connected. And like you'll see some characters in separate, like they'll cross over every now and then. Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that does sound kind of cool. I mean, it's a little disappointing that we didn't get some kind of crazy, throwback to Berserk or something where, like, I don't know, Team Rocket is like holding down Misty, and Ash is like, Rocket, and they cut off Ash's arm.
Well, hey, an arm does get cut off at one point.
What?
That is true. Yes.
It's not exactly what you think, but it does happen. That happens. Oh, when Misty first showed up, she's all fucking bloodied because she got attacked by a rogue Gyarados.
What? How do you get? Okay, hang on. How do you get yourself out of getting attacked? I'm pretty sure that's like the equivalent of saying like, yeah, I got attacked by a fucking rhinoceros, but like I got out of it.
How did I know you were gonna say rhinoceros?
It's a magic trick. The art of persuasion.
Yeah, the Pokemon Adventures is just fucking hilarious. Like there's like so many insane moments in that manga.
Yeah, well, one of my favorite things about it too is just like the crazy way they use Pokemon. Like the solution to every problem is Pokemon. Like you got Green running around. She doesn't have any flying Pokemon, so what she does is she like has her Blastoise like hold her but upside down, and it like fucking fires off its water jets like a rocket.
Yeah.
What?
It's fucking wild.
There's a point where fucking Blue or Gerry, as most people know him, is like they're trying to get into this like city thing, and he just looks over and sees her rocketing on her Blastoise. He's like, "What is she doing?" Like,
oh my god,
it's amazing. Cool.
It's actually a pretty wild ride.
I'll definitely recommend it to Beth. I wonder if she's read it because she reads a lot of manga.
It's still going to this day, and it's had the same writer and the same artist for the writer for the entire run and the same artist since like for the majority of it.
Since like Gold and Silver arc.
Yeah, I think the first couple volumes had a different artist, but then they've had the same team pretty much since.
And they keep going. Like there's new arcs for every game that comes out, so it's still going.
Yeah, they're doing the Scarlet and Violet, right? Yeah, they're doing that arc right now.
So
nice,
it's crazy stuff.
Sweet,
man. Other than that, though, not a whole lot otherwise going on for me. Just kind of getting by, as they say, because it's already fucking May.
I know.
Yeah, we went from winter to summer like instantly. At least here.
Yeah, I'm in the West, and it's like a light switch out here. Like 1 minute it's like freezing and it's like snowing and shit, and then the next minute it's like, oh, it's fucking 28 degrees, like Canadian temperature.
Yeah,
it's 28 Canadian.
It's 28 degrees of Canadian.
Oh man. We got anything else that we want to go over before we get into our topic, or?
No, we can hop into it.
All right. So, for those who have been watching, we're currently in our yearly Toriyama month, where we spend the month of May talking about Akira Toriyama. And for him. I know, right? For this episode, we're going to be talking about one of his more obscure creations, especially in the West. Go Go Ackman.
Is it Ackman?
I've heard multiple pronunciations. I've heard Ackman, Ackman. In the 1994 OVA, they say Akuman.
Akuman?
Oh, he's Digimon. Perfect.
That could just be like, well, it could just be like English kind of stuff, right? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But
kind of like how Joseph says, "Oh my God, dude."
Yeah.
Every 2 seconds.
Yeah. That's like one of my favorite running jokes in that series.
Dude, I'm so glad that I am now watching this and I understand all the Joe jokes.
Oh yeah.
Like I love it so much. Greg and I we're at Dio now in part 3. Like they're fighting Dio. And like, dude, those last few episodes, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. So many people died.
Do you instinctively think of JoJo's whenever you hear Walk Like an Egyptian now?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
It's not the only song either.
Roundabout, I think of now. Walk Like an Egyptian. Those two in particular.
Yeah. I really, really like Iggy a lot.
Yep.
Because I have a Boston Terrier.
Oh, do you?
And his name is Joey. But we got him long before I even knew anything about JoJo's. And his nickname is JoJo. We call him JoJo.
That's awesome.
Which is crazy, right? Like when this dog showed up in the anime, because Greg and I are watching it together on Netflix. Like there's an app called Teleparty for Netflix where you can like watch something together. So we've been watching the whole thing together. And when this dog showed up, I was like, what the fuck is this dog? It's a fucking Boston Terrier. And then, yeah, it just kind of like clued into me. I'm like, that's so ironic that I have a Boston Terrier and his name is Joey and we call him JoJo.
Turns out your dog was a JoJo reference all along.
Hell yeah. Well, I hope he doesn't end up like poor Iggy.
Well, yeah. I don't like talking about dogs and JoJo in general.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with the writers of JoJo's? They hate dogs. It's God awful. Damn it! There's that one on the fucking fair. I know this is a Toriyama thing. I'm sorry, I'm derailing it with JoJo's, but there's there's the Ferris wheel where I don't know. I can't remember.
Was it the baby?
Yeah, or something. It's just like out of nowhere, just like the stand like stabs the dog like in the face for like no reason, just to fuck with one of the guys to scare him. It's like, dude, you didn't need to do that. And then there's like that dog that gets like decapitated by the fucking ice eagle. Yeah. Like, Jesus.
That's not even to mention the first like main thing we see in that series.
God. Yeah, that's like what started so what I came to the conclusion of is JoJo's is basically just anime John Wick, because all of this got set in motion because somebody killed a dog.
Yeah, that is true.
Until you get to part 4 and it becomes Persona 4 for some reason.
I can't. Greg has told me. So part 4 is Greg's favorite.
That's Alex's
part 4 is pretty great.
So here's what I would propose: is when we're like through a bunch more of JoJo's, I would love for Greg to come on with me sometime to do this, because it's like one of the only animes that he actually likes, but he's like he's all in on it now.
So should we mention that like once I finish watching it, it's gonna be should we bring them in to the entire crew? That's what we're supposed to be talking about.
We're already prepping a big roundtable episode for it, but Bill has to actually watch it first.
They bullied me into watching Attack on Titan, and now they're bullying me to watch JoJo's, so that's my next project.
You shouldn't need to get bullied to watch either one of those, because they're really fucking good.
That's what I'm saying, though.
For those who want to know, watch the GNC on Attack on Titan, and you'll hear the whole story.
Have you guys watched Dan to Dan?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Come on, Bill.
I didn't hate it.
You're killing me.
I didn't hate it, but I did not love it the same way most people did.
How do you not like a show that starts off with dun da da dun da da dun da da dun da da? Like that as soon as I hear, I'm like I'm fucking ready to rip.
That was fine, and then I got to banana organs, and I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, show me your banana. I fucking love that.
And Turbo Granny, and I was like,
"Hell yeah!" It's weird as fuck, and I love it. It's so good.
See, I say it's packed with dumb, just like senseless humor, and I love that about it. Some of the dark points get a little bit. It comes real close to
episode fucking 7, or I'm like watching it. I was playing RuneScape.
Wait, hang on. I don't know if I'm that far yet.
Okay, I won't say it then. All I know is shit happens later.
Yeah, I heard that shit hits the fan in that show.
Like I was straight up playing RuneScape while watching it on my phone, and then like I got to that point, and my literally went, "Oh wait a minute, I gotta actually see what's going on here," because there's some like fucking shit.
There's wild shit in that show.
Yeah, nah, I'm addicted to. I just finished Solo Leveling, just ended, so like that was like the big one.
I heard that's good too.
Now that it's finished, it's a great watch. When you're watching it week to week, it's miserable because fucking the cliffhangers every episode.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, the cliffhangers in Solo Leveling are like ridiculous. Like you'll be like the fandom jokingly refers to it as solo edging because it's like literally like the cliffhanger, and you're just like,
this Blue Ball's the anime,
pretty much.
Blue Ball's the anime.
And then the other big one that's been like the huge, like way better than it has any right to be, has been the Apothecary Diaries.
I hadn't even heard of that.
That was like a mystery show, kind of.
It's like a mystery kind of like slice of life, like drama that takes place in like
it's like old-timey China.
Yeah, feudal China, and it's just like you watch it at first and you don't think it's gonna go where it goes, and then it's like, holy shit, like why am I so invested? Like I need to know what happens.
I only just this year watched Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Actually, yeah, me too. I just last year I watched it for the first time,
and I was like shook. That whole thing was just like Jesus Christ. Like
I have kind of a controversial take on that show.
Yeah,
because like it was kind of the same way I feel about like Don to Don, where like there was just a lot of like fun, entertaining stuff throughout, but like it takes until like episode 16 out of like a 25 episode show for like plot to happen. And then when it finally gets to that point, it just starts throwing so much information at you that you get so overwhelmed and don't know what to.
I had to watch a couple episodes like twice because I was like, wait, fucking hold on, like what's happening here? But
then you watch it. Then you watch End of Evangelion, and you're like, I don't know what to think anymore.
The beginning of that movie, I was like, whoa, hey, no, none of my family members come downstairs right now, please. Please don't come downstairs. You're about to see some shit. And by shit, I mean underage tits.
Japan.
Japan has it all, baby.
Oh yeah.
We'll be talking about that shortly.
Underage tits?
No, not that, but just Japan.
I was gonna say you might want to skirt around that.
Other questionable things that Japan likes to do. So Go Go Ackman.
Yeah,
this is an interesting one because this is an old 1993 to 94 is when it was released. Originally an 11 chapter short manga by Akira Toriyama. Did not get officially localized over here until 2021 as part of the Akira Toriyama's manga theater. So we did not get it till quite recently.
Yeah, it also had 30 years.
It also had an 1 episode OVA that covers a portion of the manga, and it had a series of Super Nintendo games or Super Famicom games.
I have played a lot of those. If not, I might have played all of them. I think I played them all.
I know as of now, the first one and the third one have localizations. The second one does not, for whatever reason.
Does the second one still not have a translation?
Last I checked,
not in Bim's Lair, at least.
Check. Well, you keep talking because I can find it. You don't worry. If anybody's gonna find a goddamn ROM, it is this guy right here.
Yeah. This series, like going through it, this is quintessential Toriyama. Like it's got the slapstick humor, like amazing character designs. I fucking love his monster designs. Like that is like Toriyama's like one of his greatest like aspects as an artist. Like he draws humans okay, like to a degree. Like he tends to have the same face for most female characters. But
Go Go Ackman 2 has been translated.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you can play that now.
Yeah,
because I've only played the first one so far. So
yep, all 3 of them have been translated. They're all up on CD Romance.
Nice. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, the series is pretty short. It's a very quick read, and it's kind of nonsensical. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, the games are like that too.
Well, I mean, the games at least the first one at least has like a somewhat like linear like. the angel guy is just trying to just throwing wave after wave of people at him. Which I don't think, did he have a name in the manga, or was it only in the game that they gave him a name?
The angel?
Yeah.
He's not
weird angel with the diaper.
So his name in the game is Tenshi.
Tenshi. Yeah, Tenshi.
I don't think in the manga he ever gets named. I think he's just that damn angel.
Yeah.
And the anime refers to him as the angel.
Oh, really? Did you guys know that Go Go Ackman makes an appearance in an episode of Dragon Ball Z?
Does he? Is he like in like the tournament crowd at one point, or?
Yep. Episode 199. Goku versus is it Pikkon? Pikkon,
the best
Pikkon.
The best anime.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think
you can see him in the crowd.
Yeah, I think they did throw like a bunch of random like one-shot characters in there.
Well, it's always been speculated that like all of Toriyama's works are like all interconnected somehow. Like,
well, Dr. Slump and Dragon Ball definitely are.
Yeah, I knew that those two were. But like, I'm still convinced that Dragon Quest takes place in the same fucking universe. Like I tell myself that all the time. I'm like, yeah, of course it is. It's just like medieval
surprised.
Dragon Ball Z.
Pretty much.
So the moment I realized where this manga was going was the second he gets out. So he gets on his quest. He's got to go kill humans and steal their souls. And the first thing he runs into is some bikini babes, and he's like, I can't do it, and just runs off.
He gets real embarrassed.
I love the first woman he runs into too, because she's straight up just like chick in a bikini, typical Toriyama design, and then just holding a full beer. I'm just like, I love this.
Oh yeah, everybody drinks beer when Toriyama draws them.
So I mean, you should probably say too, if anybody doesn't know this character, he looks exactly like Trunks, like
with a sword and everything.
He even has the fucking. Yep. He's basically just like a chibi version of Trunks.
He's pretty Demon Kid Trunks, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Same, like exact same features, hair, color, even has the sword. Like the sword is even the thing. Like I feel like Toriyama was just doodling Trunks and was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if this guy was just like, he fucking hated this thing and he just was a demon, and then he was like, fuck it, I'll make a manga.
That's probably exactly his mindset behind it too.
his mom is just straight up Demon Chi-Chi. So
yeah.
I don't know what's going on with his dad, but his sister is like, he's used that exact design for so many characters.
Yeah. See, human designs, Toriyama is not as creative. When it comes to monster designs, though, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, the monster designs are always so good. And like all of his non-human, like, I mean, you take the Mechians, for example, like I just love that that's his take on like aliens. Like those are aliens, right? That's what they are. They're green Martians from another planet.
Well, speaking of, we actually get some Martians in this.
Yeah, we do. Ironically, one of my favorite parts about reading this whole thing through was like the amount of just senseless violence in this. Like,
oh yeah,
and it's not Ackman that's doing it; it's the angels.
It's the angels, yeah.
The angel just straight up murders an entire school bus. And I was like, what the fuck?
Or the band, the Metal Angels.
Yep. Just like crazy shit like that. And like the running joke throughout the whole thing is like basically Ackman just like gets like all the souls completely just because the angel kills everyone for him. Except for that one MMA fighter, which he just like does his like whole flex thing, and then Ackman just shoots him in the head.
He literally just does like the Indiana Jones thing where the guys just run around like smashing boulders shit. He pulls out a gun and shoots him in the head.
Yeah. But then we find out that like it's revealed that Ackman's one weakness is he gets nervous around pretty ladies.
Yeah.
Typically it's like anything lewd, I think is how they put it. Anything lewd just puts him off his game.
Because he just finds a random porno magazine on the ground at one point, and he's like, who the hell put this here? And then just walks off, and then the angel finds it and is like, so that's his weakness. And then has to stare at it, of course, for 30 minutes.
Of course.
And then we got to read it. And then we got to the moment that I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, it's going here. We got introduced to Mrs. Yamamoto.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar. Tell me about this Mrs. Yamamoto.
She was a boss in the game. They just didn't take it as far as they did in the manga.
What did they do?
So in the manga, she is a so she basically this is the Angel's like Tenshikun's big way of finally taking down Ackman. Where he's like, look at this, and then it's suddenly in the anime they start playing heavy metal music, which is hilarious. And this very stereotypically drawn attractive Toriyama woman shows up on stage and starts like dancing around erotically, and then starts taking her.
She got like nipple tassels and shit on.
Yeah, taking her clothes off.
Oh yeah.
And then it's revealed. This is where it gets very kind of like, oh, this is the 90s, all right. She finally takes everything off, and it's like, surprise, she was trans. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the big, but they don't show anything, of course. It's just a giant censor bar. Yeah.
It was even more ridiculous in the animated version
where it's swinging around.
What? No, I have to watch this 15-minute anime.
It's on YouTube. You can find it. It's not dubbed, it's subbed, but like Ironically, the subtitles stop working when it gets to that scene. It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was purposeful or not.
Yeah,
there's one person at YouTube be like, oh fuck, like just trying their damnedest to like moderate this thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's. I'm like surprised that that's even up. Well, there's like 6 different versions of it up, so I'm sure they.
Dude, you'd be surprised where you can like.
Yeah,
I like. There's crazy shit on YouTube.
No, I believe it.
I was interested because like in the manga version of that scene, it actually me and Matt were talking about before. It actually like says when Ackman makes the realization of when that happens, both basically Ackman like stops being paralyzed with his problem. He basically all of a sudden he's just like, really? And meanwhile the angel makes the comment, I didn't know you were transgendered, which makes me wonder. I want to know what the actual Japanese translation of that was, because I have a strange suspicion that's not what it was in Japan.
I don't think that word existed in Japan then.
And I have a strange feeling,
especially in the 90s,
a lot more offensive in the Japanese.
I think so too. Yeah.
But I remember reading that and I was like, damn, was not expecting that.
Yeah.
But then Ackman just kind of yells at her and she runs away. That's how it ends.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
She's a boss in the game, and she's extremely well animated, but she doesn't actually strip. She just dances.
I haven't played those games in a long time. I should revisit them.
I guess, like, speaking of like the game, like I'm amazed, like just how well animated. Like,
the pixel art. That's one thing that I do remember standing out is like, I remember grabbing that game long before there was any translation for it, because I remember like going on to, man, I don't know what forum I would have been on in like 2003 but somebody had this list of like, here's some Super Nintendo ROMs that you can download that are in Japanese that you can play without having to know Japanese. So I played the first game without any context. It was just a really good, solid platformer. And what caught my attention was like, as I'm looking at these games, I'm like, holy shit, this looks good. Like, just from a screenshot, I was like, wow, like it's very vibrant. The pixel art is very well done. And then immediately I'm like, hold up though. Is that Trunks? That's what really hooked me. I was like, what the fuck is this game with Trunks in it? And I downloaded it, and forever I was just like, I always referred to that game as, that game with Trunks. And I was always like confused, like, why wouldn't they bring this over as part of like Dragon Ball Z? And why is it called Go Go Ackman? I don't understand any of what this game is, but all I know is I'm playing as Trunks. It's a platformer and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that was pretty much my introduction to Go Go Ackman.
It's not the most deep platformer of all time, but it controls pretty well. The level design is not infuriating, and it's pretty quick. Like it's like 2 hours around there, I'd say.
Yeah, it's a fairly quick game. It's funny too because I had read the manga because I bought the manga theater like as soon as it came out, because as soon as I heard that was happening, I was on it because I'm like the Toriyama guy. But it wasn't until I didn't know that there was a game until I actually listened to your Vimslayer episode on Retro Rehab.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you mentioned Go Go Ackman in that episode. I'm like, hold on, like, because you mentioned like, I had like it looked like it was a Toriyama thing. I was like, I got to look into this because that's and that was actually, I think that was the first like Super Nintendo ROM I ever played, and that was like kind of like my eye-opening moment. Like, oh, maybe Super Nintendo is actually good. Because you gotta figure, I grew up like, like starting out like PS2, Xbox, like I was at that point where I just.
Yeah, but Bill, you're not old enough to remember that thing.
This is a broken prop.
I was already in the 3D era by the time I was playing video games. So when I was younger, I was just like, oh, I can't explore in that game. That's not a fun game. So I didn't even bother with anything pre-play. PS1 was like the furthest back I would go back then. So it's only been like recently that I've been like, no, retro games are actually amazing, and I've been playing a bunch of them.
What's really funny though is he has that mentality, but he was also a GBA fan.
Yeah.
Which is really funny, ironically.
So now you got my gears turning. So are you still fairly inexperienced with Super Nintendo?
I mean, I've played a few at this point.
Have you played Dragon Ball Z Hyper Dimension?
A little bit.
The game is so
weird.
Bit. The game is so
I
weird.
love that game.
I've toyed around with it a bit. I also I played a little bit of Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans. That was NES though.
But have you guys played?
I played Dragon Power. Yeah,
Dragon Power. The sandwich orgy.
Yep,
it makes sense in context. No, it doesn't make sense in context.
But no, at this point, I've played a handful of Super Nintendo games, and I have a bunch more on my list that I'm gonna play. I was lucky enough because apparently with all the fucking tariff shit, Aaron is no longer shipping to the U.S., which I guess I was really lucky to get mine when I did because I only ordered it like a couple months ago.
Let's get one of these. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that.
It's off screen.
That guy. Oh, yeah. Analog Pocket.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about that.
Yeah, so that's I'm pretty sure those are made in the US.
Okay.
I got mine last year. But yeah, that's what I played Pokemon Silver, and I played Pokemon Emerald on that thing. It's very, very good because it's FPGA, right? Like it's not Anbernic is using RetroArch and like the RetroArch OS, I think, which is cool. Like I love emulation of all kinds. I don't discriminate against any emulation, but there is a noticeable difference when you're playing stuff on this little guy, especially with the screen. It's got like the screen is ridiculous on this thing. Like I'm pretty sure the resolution's like 1440p on this like little screen, and you're able to like have proper scaling for a lot of stuff. So like it looks as it's intended to look, like 1:1 to the like original consoles. The other thing is too, one thing that has always irked me about emulating Game Boy Advance games, they don't sound right coming out of fucking anything other than a Game Boy Advance.
It's because the Game Boy Advance's sound card was so fucking
weird. But also it had little tiny speakers, so it doesn't. It's too shrill. The frequencies are too high. Like it doesn't match if it's coming out of like your TV. But on that, it just sounds right coming out of like smaller speakers. So yeah, it's a good time. They're a little pricey, and I don't really like the company, but their product is good. I like it.
That's fair. Well, like I say, I was lucky enough to grab one of those Anbernics before all the halts on the shipping started. So I do have one, and that's what I've been playing a lot of my games on. But at some point, I'll probably look into that.
Anbernic's great.
I'm still rocking my old Hyperkin Superboy.
Oh my god, the Hyperkin Superboy. That was like one of the first things that came out that I was like, holy shit, you can play retro games as a handheld. This is amazing. And now it's just like, you fucking download all this shit on your phone now.
I know,
yeah, right?
It doesn't feel right though when you're trying to play like a Game Boy Advance game on your phone.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way on like with PC, because like if I'm playing like I don't know, it just doesn't feel right unless I like it's either a handheld or it's like on a TV screen.
Yeah, I try to reserve all of my handheld games for handheld and not play it. Like I have my Mister loaded up with all the handheld stuff anyways. I just don't really play it. I just play it on that thing. Same thing with my DS. I have a 3DS that's I have it modded, so I have a bunch of shit thrown on it, and that's how I play my DS and 3DS games. Play them all there on that, and like I don't like to play. And that's the other thing too. Like I've seen a lot of people like emulate DS and 3DS games, and it's like you can, I guess, but like you're kind of like, I don't know. It bothers me having like a screen here and then like a little one up in the corner.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't feel right. Like I just
when they put fucking DS games on Wii U for a short while there, and it was just weird.
I mean, well, so the thing about the Wii U though that's interesting is that the Wii U basically is a home console version of a DS.
It was, but it was still weird. Like there's just something.
It is because you're like playing and then you're like looking down, then you're playing and then you're looking.
Well, yeah, because some games were fine. Like the games where like it was like the menu was the lower screen or like a map. But when you're playing like Mario and Luigi's Partisan Time, you'd be like no.
that would definitely be weird to do that. But yeah, you should definitely play some more Super Nintendo games, dude.
For sure.
I can give you a list. Super Mario Kart 8! That's exactly what that sounded like.
That's just our recurring guest. It's just our recurring guest, the car outside Matt's window.
Yeah, I got a rotary right outside my house, so people love to use it as a way to speed up.
Oh man.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's been part of my mission to go through a bunch of Super Nintendo games. That part of the reason is because they're all like so much shorter than the shit
Matt,
that I get
do you
now.
like RPGs, dude?
Well, he's playing Earthbound right now.
Yeah, that's a really good one. However, after that, if you haven't already, god damn it, the same way that I was yelling at Bill to play Expedition 33 and I'll fucking Venmo him money if he decides it's not good. Dude, you got to play Chrono Trigger.
He's already beat it.
I played that last year.
He beat that one. So
that is what I did.
It's getting a remake, supposedly.
We'll see.
That got kind of leaked. So
I don't know if I want that though. I don't know.
It depends on how they do it.
I don't know.
To be honest, my only thoughts are, if it gets a remake, that's an easier way to play it for people.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be happy if they just decided to re-release it on modern consoles. Like the last time they released it was on original DS, so it's kind of inaccessible.
It is on Steam, technically.
Oh, fair.
Is it? Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the right move would be for Nintendo to just put it on their Switch Online. Just throw it in that collection. If it's not already, I don't even know. I don't have that.
It's not. The only RPGs on the Switch collection are Earthbound, both Breath of Fires, which is kind of odd, but cool.
See, and that's the thing where like this is where I love that emulation exists, because those Breath of Fire games are really good. If anybody was going to play them today, though, I would say don't play the original versions. Go get a ROM hack that adds quality of life stuff, because those games, especially the first one, Jesus Christ,
I love
the random encounters are like every 3 steps.
Mm-hmm.
It's like absurd random encounters, and yeah, there's been a lot of good work done in the ROM hacking community to make those games good.
Oh yeah, Matt, do you know about the Earthbound anti-piracy stuff?
That's interesting.
Oh, I think I have heard about it, but I don't remember the specifics.
So at the very end,
nowadays it's a lot easier to get around because they've just made better ROMs and stuff. But back in the day, Earthbound is one of the weirdest anti-piracy games of all time. If the Super Nintendo detected you were playing a pirated version of Earthbound, the game would become like 6 times harder. There'd be twice as many enemy encounters. You wouldn't get any more experience. Like the experience was like lower, so it wouldn't even help you. Mm-hmm. And then the biggest like gut punch is right at the end of the game. The second you get to Gygas, the game will just freeze. And then the second you restart your game, it deletes all your saves.
That's great.
This is true.
It is the biggest middle finger like Nintendo could have done, and I kind of love it. It's like Nintendo's kind of evil sometimes, but they have those savage moments where I'm like, I respect it.
Fair.
Yep.
Yeah. Fair.
Yep. Oh god.
But yeah, Go Go Ackman.
Yeah, right. That thing we came here to talk about.
I mean, the sad part is the art is beautiful. Like it's great Toriyama art. Like the story is very humorous, but it's so short that it's like there's just not a lot to talk about. It's basically
Well, they play around with a few different things. I mean, obviously there's the regular platforming aspect to it, but there are levels that kind of like throw different aspects to it, like the driving level.
Oh, true.
Which I don't know about you guys, but I found that level fucking way more frustrating than it needed to be. At least
it's
for
like
me.
a side-scrolling thing, right? It's not like like mode 7 or anything.
Yeah. And just like the way like a lot of the things are set up, like the way the enemies go across the screen, and like I don't know, maybe I'm just like not used to that type of side-scrolling situation. Like it was a lot more fast-paced of a side-scroller than I was expecting, and it took me a little while to get through it.
So you haven't played Mega Man 8 yet, so you don't know the horrors of jump, slide.
No, I actually just played my first Mega Man game recently.
Which one? Tell me about
it. The Game Gear.
Like the most random one possible. Which is kind of amazing.
The Game Gear one,
Gerry,
Matt?
Gerry, it could be worse. He could have played Mega Man on DOS.
I don't know if those two are much better than the other.
Well, at least the Game Gear one functions. The DOS one is just like broken.
But why?
Because I didn't know the difference. I just saw it just said Mega Man, so I was like, "Oh, this must be the first one."
No. It's a completely original game that's really expensive.
Okay, Matt,
it was already on my thing, so I was like, "Oh, there it is. I'll play a Mega Man game. Fuck it."
So Matt, we gotta right these wrongs, okay? In Christ's name, we have to right these wrongs, buddy. I'm gonna need you to play a good Mega Man. Right, if you even remotely enjoyed Game Gear Mega Man, I need you to play a proper Mega Man.
I actually liked it a lot. Being honest
with you. My God. Well, buddy, I got really, really good news for you. It can only get better from here. Even the worst of the Mega Mans can get better from there.
Wow.
Like,
all right.
Would you say Game Gear is worse than X6?
Yeah. X6 is fine.
I don't know, man. That game is
You're
frustrating.
talking about like X6 on PS1, right?
Yeah, that game's frustrating.
Yeah, it's hard. It's good, though. It's hard as fuck, but it's good. We're not going to talk about X7. We can just...
Oh, you don't like Carpal Tunnel Syndrome, the game?
You know what's really good, though? You know what's
Legends?
really fucking good? Yeah, Legends is fucking amazing.
Fuck, Legends is my preferred Mega Man.
Mega Man X8.
Oh, X8 is amazing.
D-Make is amazing.
I mean, the PS2 version is pretty good, too.
Have you played the Mega Man X D-Make?
I have. I like them both.
So good. So good. Because it's based off Mega Man X3.
Okay.
Which is fantastic. Those first 3 Mega Man X games, buddy, that's the cream there.
And then you can play X5 and all the Robot Masters. I mean, not Robot. The what are they called in the X?
Named after fucking
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. Seriously.
There is a one of the bosses in X5 is literally called Duff McWhalen. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yep.
Well, see, my problem is that I have so many like blind spots from over the years that like I'm trying to like go overdrive playing catch up, but I also have no time to play video games. So like I'm just scrambling to kind of dip my toes a little bit into everything.
Well, good news. A lot of these Mega Man, especially like I would start with the original Mega Man games on the NES.
Okay.
That's where I personally would start. Like start with 1. 1 is like the most dumbed down version of all the Mega Mans because it's literally just run, jump, shoot. There's no like slide, there's no charge, but it's amazing.
You do get a magnet beam though.
Yeah, you can get some cool stuff. And
it's the only game that uses it.
You'll beat that game in a couple hours. Like,
all right.
All of the original Mega Man games are not going to take you more than a couple hours.
Yeah, because I mean, I beat the Game Gear one pretty quick, so
yeah, like they don't take a whole lot of time. Even like some of the later ones, like in the X series, like you're looking at 3 or 4 hours maybe to beat those ones, and they're a little bit more expansive because like like all the Mega Mans kind of have that flow of like, oh, you can go back in the level now because you can break this wall with this new weapon and you can get this E-tank or something. But like in Mega Man X, if you're not familiar with it, you get armor upgrades. So like you actually upgrade, like by the end of Mega Man X 1, 2, and 3, you look like a fucking Gundam.
Oh yeah, he looks so fucking actually
awesome.
In X8 he looks pretty abysmal with his armor upgrades.
Oh, it's egregious in the last couple of X games, but from like Mega Man X1 to like X4, he looks incredible. Like it looks so dope. Like he just gets like all this crazy cool looking armor, and all the armor kind of has like buffs. So like the chest piece might make it so that when you get hit, there's no knockback, and like then you get like dash boots where like you can jump and then dash in midair, or like you can jump and dash upward. So there's a whole bunch of really cool extra stuff.
And then you can play X4 and get Marvel in the greatest voice acting in video game history.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Fighting for
man, there's some really bad voice acting in those games. Holy shit!
See, X5 to me is a game that I both love and hate, because I love parts of that game, but I also hate the fact that like there's like the game has like this like 50-50 mechanic where like there's like a part in the game where if you don't do these proper requisites, the game basically you get locked into a bad ending. But then sometimes if you do all like the prerequisites to get the good ending, you'll still get the bad ending because the game says fuck you.
Yeah, it's really weird.
X5 is weird. Like that.
Do you remember how bad Dr. Light's voice acting was?
He's voiced by Elmer Fudd.
It was like,
Dr. Wall.
My name is Dr. White.
He like fucks up a line at one point, they just leave it there.
It's like I don't know how they passed that dub, man. It's
the best
so
part
bad.
is they got like a child to voice Mega Man, and then when they went to record X4, they just got the same child to voice X.
I know,
and it's great.
It's so bad. It's so bad. But yeah, dude, play those Mega Man X games and play the first. Like I would start with Mega Man 1 on NES and Mega Man X on SNES. Whatever you're feeling, like if you're feeling 8-bit, if you're feeling 16-bit, either one of those are fine choices. I've gone through, like in the last 5 or 6 years, I've gone through and beat every single Mega Man, like original Mega Man, not the X ones. But I've also beat those two. I've beat every one of them.
I'll have to start working my way through those.
Yeah, they're really good. So Go Go Ackman.
Yep. I think this episode just has to be titled Go Go Ackman, kind of.
Go Go Ackman. And other things.
Among a million other things, which is fine. I love it. Bill, you knew
how this show goes.
What was happening once you signed me up for this. You knew.
I know.
You knew.
Well, I also knew when I played the game, and I was like, "There's not a ton to say here."
You walked to the right and you hit the buttons.
I played the game, then I read the manga. I'm like, I'm gonna need a little bit more to say, and I was like, "Oh, the manga's not super deep either."
And then you see a trans person just waving their dick around. And you're like, "All right,
windmilling."
That's when you were like, "You know, we got to get Gerry on the line."
Well, the best part is, man, she has the biggest smile on her face the whole time, and she's having
bless her.
Loving it.
Yeah.
And the angel even got a sweet deal because he only had to pay her like what 1,000 yen, something like that.
and he was so upset. He was like, "Huh?" I will say though, when she appears in the first game, like I was like, "Oh no, not the game too." And then I'm like, "Oh no, she just dances around and then you kill her."
Dances and throws fans,
pretty much. And I was like, why is she so well animated? Like, why is it so well animated?
I don't know, because the game does a really good job with like a lot of that.
I know
stuff.
The animation in the game was phenomenal,
and the backgrounds themselves are like really detailed.
Even the music, like I love Super NES, like SNES music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
great game for this stuff.
They won the lottery when it came to sound chips, thanks to Sony.
And then when they pissed Sony off, Sony said, "I'm taking my toy with me, and you can't have it anymore."
Yeah. Yeah.
That being said, though, I fucking love the Genesis sound card too.
It's good for a lot of different, like, as an example, I always use this one. Earthworm Jim sounds better on Genesis because it's got that it's got that really like grimy, like just abrasive sounding soundtrack.
The Genesis sound card was very good when people who knew what they were doing with it,
dude. Streets of Rage, come on,
Yuzo Koshiro, fuck,
Jesus Christ, that it's like. How the fuck did this guy make this game sound better than Super Nintendo like soundtracks? It's insane.
Howard Drawson in Comic Zone, he just made it sound like a fucking grunge album, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, when people knew how to use it and use it to their advantage, and then also it kind of comes down to I've always heard this expression where like if you have limitations. And if you're really passionate about making something in those limitations, you end up making something really crazy because you take the limitations and you figure out a way to go beyond them and exploit them. And I feel like all of those composers on the Genesis that were really tapping into something great. I mean, you listen to the Sonic game soundtracks, like they're amazing. Like, Jesus Christ, they had fucking MJ in the studio bopping to that shit. Didn't even want to credit. Was like, no, it's okay. I'll just give you these sick beats.
the credits theme for Sonic 3 is literally Stranger in Moscow. it's straight up just Stranger in Moscow.
Really?
For vanilla Sonic 3 without and Knuckles. When you put and Knuckles in it removes it
I don't know if
game.
I've ever played that game without and Knuckles.
The final ending credits after you beat Big Arm in just vanilla Sonic 3 it's
Big
straight up
Arm.
Yeah. It's that's actually its name. It's straight up just Stranger in Moscow, like note for note. And then the Carnival Night is Jam. Pretty close.
Oh yeah. Holy shit, I didn't Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, those soundtracks are really good.
But if a person did not know how to use the Genesis sound card, it straight up just sounds like wet farts.
Oh, it's bad. Like, it's just it just it's I don't know. When you get bad Genesis soundtracks, it's not good. Which is good that Go Go Ackman ended up on the Super NES with a really banging soundtrack.
For real.
It's a very good licensed anime game.
It is. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm like really, I mean, I get it. It's the same. I mean, God, I came on here and I told myself I wasn't going to talk about Goemon, but here I am.
I mean, Goemon is fucking amazing. So
yeah, Goemon is amazing. Bill, thank you. Say it again, please.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You need to add the fucking there.
It's fucking amazing. And I think with Goemon, like, I was always like, what? Like, how did we not get all these Goemon games that were in Japan? Like, they're all so good. Those Super Nintendo Goemon games, dude, that's one that you got to check out. Those Super Nintendo Goemon games.
Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Oh, on N64, that's like, yeah.
Oh, the one on N64 has a fucking anime intro, and it is fucking amazing.
Dude. That's wild. Dude, that game has everything that I've ever wanted in a video game. And what's crazy is like, yeah, when you think about why didn't the majority of this series come here, it's because
there are quests and
there are
Japanese
things.
There are Japanese quests.
There's things in Goemon that when they were consulting with translators, they were like, we can't bring this to the US. Like, we can't fucking do that. And they were like, all right, cool. I guess we'll just keep it here. Because it's very same thing with Go Go Ackman. It has a lot of like lewd things that are like, I mean, generally speaking, it's who gives a shit, right? Like, it's Who gives a shit? It's not like you're not fucking things in a game. Like, it's just lewd things like, look at my big tits, or like, I have a fucking like dong or something, like, and there's like mention of certain things. And like, who cares? I feel like back then, like, whoever was in charge of like the translations were such fucking prudes.
Well, that was the era where we couldn't say holy, we had to say pearl instead.
Yeah.
Actually, that was Woosley though. Woosley was kind of better than most in that era. He gave us son of a submariner, damn it. Like, that is my favorite dumb line ever.
Mario Kart's back in town.
Yep. It never stops around here.
It's just Luigi going by giving the death glare every time.
Mangione? I'd be afraid if he was giving me a death glare.
I think
because he gave that one guy a death glare, and guess what happened to him?
but everyone loves him because he's hot.
Yeah, and they're making a musical about him.
I know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, I like scrolled past it, went back up. I was like, scrolled again, and it came back up. I was like, really? A musical now about this guy? Like, I get it. Like, cool, man. You killed that guy. But
my favorite was, I saw a Reddit thread where it was a bunch of e-girls being like, set him free. He did nothing wrong. And somebody commented, do you even know what he did? And they were like, no. I'm just like,
yeah, for real though. Like, yeah, no, it's cool. Just, go kill people, and as long as you can justify it.
As long as you're attractive, apparently.
Yeah. Just make sure here's your shooting people checklist. Are you hot? Yes. Okay. Good. You got a good reason? Is there like a good reason to? Yeah, you do. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you're all set. Here's your gun. Here's your bullets. Have fun. Internet's gonna love you.
I'm just gonna preface for the YouTube person listening. This is sarcasm. Just gonna specify that now, because YouTube.
I'm sorry, Bill. I'm sorry. I'm from Canada and I don't know better. I know you guys don't. Well, no, it's not that you don't like us. You like us so much that you want us. So, like, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm all right. Go Go Ackman though is such an incredible series of games for the SNES. I think everybody should go out and play those games because they are fantastic. You can get your hands on a ROM translation over at CD Romance. Yeah, go get those. Go get those over there.
While you're at it,
I gotta play the sequels.
And while you're at it, go on YouTube and watch the 15-minute OVA. It's an experience.
Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is. Although there was one part I noticed in the OVA, because they kind of tweaked it a little bit from the manga, because in the manga, right after Ackman got the car for turning the angel in, and he's driving by, in the manga, he just throws a grenade, like tosses it right into the window and blows up Ackman's car. But in the OVA, he
kills another fucking school bus.
Another car goes by, and it goes into the other car and blows that car up.
Another school bus, presumably full of people.
Yeah, he killed a lot of school children.
A
Yeah,
lot of kids.
It was like, holy shit.
Go whack, man. Don't give him no fucks.
But yeah,
there was a part towards the end of the manga too, when we got that Deborah lookalike, because Toriyama just can't help himself.
Oh yeah, there was that Deborah lookalike.
And then like he ends up like beating up that dude and taking his girl, and then like the manga ends. The whole series itself ends with him running out of the castle because she's trying to have sex with him.
Anime in Japan.
Amazing. Japan, man. They know how to do it.
Meanwhile, then in Dragon Ball, Goku's like, what's kissing?
Yeah, right.
Oh, Goku. Oh, Goku.
That's my favorite line from Vegeta. You have children. He's like, and?
What does that have to do with it?
I think I would be remiss if I didn't come on this podcast, especially during your Toriyama month, and profess my love for Mr. Vegeta. I still say to this day he's one of my all-time favorite characters. He is my favorite character in Dragon Ball. Like all of Dragon Ball. Like everything. Even though he wasn't in the original Dragon Ball, he's still my favorite.
He was there in spirit.
Yeah,
somewhere in space.
He was somewhere in space. Yeah,
killing a lot of innocents.
And I always like. I do the thing where I'll watch an anime and I'm like, oh, sweet, this is like the Vegeta of this anime. I love this guy.
I feel like that's just a generational thing. Like I feel like everyone from our generation does that.
Like I see, but you don't know how fucking really weird I get with it, to the point where I was like, yeah, man, that Boston Terrier and JoJo's is Vegeta of this show.
Well, I love how
kind of was though. Come on, admit it.
Because I love how everybody makes like the Sonic and Dragon Ball parallels, and everyone's like, Knuckles is the Vegeta of Sonic, and then they straight up just made a Vegeta of Sonic, and they're like, no, it's this guy, Shadow over here.
Turns out Knuckles was just Piccolo.
Yeah, Knuckles was the Piccolo. Oh man, I was always more of a 17 guy. 17 was my favorite.
17's cool. I feel like Super 17 gets a lot more hate than he deserves. I thought he was badass when I was a kid.
17 in Super did the one thing that I've always wished characters would do, and that's shoot the fucking Sailor Moon character while they're doing their transformation.
Yep, no magical girl transformations here.
Yeah, 17's a badass. I liked him a lot in Super. I thought he was very interesting. I am a huge Android 18 enjoyer. I'm gonna just throw that out there. Just putting
she was in Go Go Ackman.
She was.
Or was Go Go Ackman in her? Oh wait,
no,
is he a kid?
No, he's
200 years old.
Yeah, he's 200 years old.
Fair game. Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. Pretty sure Android 18 was my sexual awakening.
Yeah, along with a lot of other people.
See, mine was the Pink Power Ranger, but I mean, hey, we all had different things.
I mean, yeah, Kimberly fucked pretty hard.
Ironically, for me, it was more Gen and Time Force, but
I actually think my first I like girls was Jessica from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's when I went.
That's fair.
I want to kiss this girl.
I want to be
she's
a
rabbit. Cartoon. Yeah, I mean, and that was also like a weird thing of being like, I like cartoon girls. I think they're hot. And then like growing up in high school, people were like, that's fucking weird. How do you? I'm like, it's like do you see their boobs? How good they are? Yeah. It's good boobs. Can't find those boobs on anything.
And on that note,
please bring me back for the hentai episode.
Oh God.
We missed episode 69, damn it.
Yeah, that already
passed. You did episode 69 and didn't do a hentai episode?
To be fair, for 3DO, we did cover the porn games. So
all right, so here's what we'll do. JoJo's bring me and Greg back. Hentai, bring me and Beth back.
Good Lord.
That'll be a not awkward conversation.
And on that note,
yeah.
I think it's time. Gerry, do you want to shout out?
Yeah, as soon as fucking Speed Racer leaves.
It's hot in here. I gotta keep the windows open.
It's all good, man.
Gerry, would you like to shout out your shows before we wrap this up?
No. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you can find me on the SuperPod Network, among a lot of other real cool people and creators on there. My original show that I do with my two best friends, Greg and Beth, Super Ghost Radio, is up there, and it is also available wherever you get your podcasts. We are on Blue Sky at Super Ghost. And then I do another show with my buddy Aaron, who you may know, over at SuperPod Saga, where we
might be our boss.
Yeah, I guess he's that. Maybe, I don't know. He ain't my boss. Fuck that. He doesn't tell me what to do.
In his dreams, maybe.
I wear the fucking pants in that relationship. So yeah, go check that out. That's a really stupid, silly time over there, but we do occasionally have we interviewed Vim, for Christ's sake. Like, that was we should not be allowed to interview people like that.
Considering it's same show that me, Aaron, and Thrak had an entire ad segment talking about Cannibal Crunchies. So
yes. So yeah, check out those two shows, Super Ghost Radio and SuperPod Saga.
Nice. All of which can be found at the SuperPod network.
Sure can.
But yeah, once again, Gerry, thanks for joining us on Geek Addicts.
Oh, absolutely.
We're finally doing guests on this show, which is fun.
It's about time.
Finally, somebody from outside of the GNC bubble, so that's good.
Yeah, that isn't my wife.
Or Alex. Or Thrax.
My wife.
But
sweet. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for having me on here.
No worries. Yeah. Thanks for joining, man. But
we'll have you on when we do our Mega Man episode.
Yep. But not before hentai.
Fair enough. What about Mega Man hentai?
I mean, please. Come on. I've already covered that. All right.
Fair enough.
I don't need to go back down that hole. You know what I'm saying?
I can't go back to rehab, man.
But anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us on Geek Addicts. You can find Geek Addicts on all the major podcasting platforms, and be sure to check us out over on SuperPod Network.
Oh, it's Geek Addicts? I thought it was Porn Addicts. I thought that's why I was here.
Whoops. Shit.
Anyways, guys, once again, see you next time.
Bye.
Have a good one.